The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Dear friends and family, Ultimate Frisbee friends from all around the world, welcome back to the streaming actions from Pola Marszowe here in Wrocław. We are underway with the first U17 game. It will be the women's division to start us off. A great matchup coming up your way. Italy taking on Belgium. My name is Rachel Toshnerova, and I have the distinct pleasure of being here with my wonderful partner in crime, Benjamin Rees. Benji, how has the tournament been going so far?
I've been loving it, you know. We're only, what, halfway through the first full day? Not even, but yeah, 3 really fun games so far on the stream, and looking forward to seeing our first action from EYUC, so the under-17 divisions.
Both teams still huddled up, getting the last bits of tactics ready for the upcoming game. Italy in bright blue, Belgium in that distinct reddish / wine-ish color.
You're not the first person I've heard describe that as wine-ish.
And coming from a person that doesn't drink much wine,
I was going to
that's
say,
a bold statement.
Yeah, also could have been white wine, which would be a very different color.
That is true. In any case, we have good rosters from both sides, about 3 extra people for the Italians. We will see if they can use them well in this upcoming match. We are live at the ULTI.TV YouTube channel, where all the U17 games from EYUC will be streamed. So make sure to hit the subscribe button to be able to participate in the discussion happening in the chat. There's been some Italian fans tuning in already. Very excited for this game. If you do want to pass on some fun facts, comments, greetings for the teams, make sure to do so. We will be happy to pass them on, but maybe do so in English or German or Spanish. Just, yeah, my Italian's not that great so far. I apologize.
I'll be honest, neither is mine. I think you'll live.
If you do have any Italian-speaking friends who would be interested in joining our commentary crew, do get in touch with ULTI.TV, folks. We'll be more than happy to take you on. Here is the first raised hand out of the Belgian U17 women's team getting ready to pull, which means that they will start on defense.
Yeah, the games in the under-17 division still play to a 15-point cap, but they're 80 rather than 100 minutes long. Also on the live score website, apparently it's already 1-0, so
don't worry, you haven't missed anything just yet. Here are the Italians picking up the disc for the first time. The wind quite strongly blowing towards the camera. They immediately set up in a horizontal stack. We have Pironi in the middle for Italy, going sideways to Benzi, but now moving the disc to the other side.
Yeah, Belgium playing a zone here. Look, I like they're trying to force, you know, a high number of passes with the variable wind. I think it's a good strategy, but so far Italy dealing with this so confidently on the throw to Martinini for the goal.
Martinini with the first score for Italy. Lovely piece of offense, very calm and collected. Couple of swings back here and there, one way and the other by the Italians, making sure that they figure out this Belgian defense first. And then once they got to the far sideline, they just continue with a series of cuts with Martinini collecting in the end zone.
So while I like the thinking behind going with the zone, that time it did not pay off because the Italians seemed so comfortable with it.
It all started off with that nice break pass throw into the middle of the field, and look at that big flat forehand all the way in the end zone.
I wonder if you're the Belgians, you know, obviously you want to stick with this for a few points, don't just immediately throw it out, but with the stronger winds, you know, maybe with the more inexperienced throwers you get at the younger age brackets, it wouldn't surprise me to see teams try and, you know, sit underneath and try and really force those deep throws.
But if the Italians can keep throwing them the way they have been in this first point, it might as well not be a problem for them. This pull lands out of bounds, and the Belgians will take it to the brick mark. Here is Franca Pais immediately going backwards. And that's an overthrow on the sideways swing. Italians with the first chance to break. Looking for options, they go for the reset. Nice break side throw with a continuation into the end zone. And this time it's Chiara Cecce with the score, a first break for Italy.
Italy starting this game in an ominous fashion if you're a Belgian fan watching here at the fields or at home. And I must say, the Belgians have brought a very good support with them.
Lots of, yes, and that was them on the sideline right next to the commentary booth. Friends and family very proudly raising the Belgian flag into the air. It's
been a pretty good summer for Belgian ultimate.
It has indeed, Benji.
Mooncatchers making it all the way to the semi-finals at the World Ultimate Club Championships just over a week ago.
With some heavy support from the Latvians that we have mentioned on the stream earlier as well. They have been excelling,
yeah. And the thing is, it's for those of us who've been watching and covering the previous editions of EYUC, it's not necessarily a surprise because we've seen the development that's going through. Think about so many of the clubs that have good youth programs. I mean, we mentioned Mooncatchers earlier, but if you look at Gentle coming out of the Gent in as well, they're also, you know, clearly putting an impact into the youth. So are Frisbees. You know, a lot of clubs have really prioritised the youth development in Belgium, and it has paid off. But same with Italy as well.
Like we said, the future is born here. Belgium center the disc. They find an option. Deruda.
Just a match defense here from Italy.
Upline cut. Continuation. Deruda with a deeper shot. Almost defended by Italy. Heavy sideline support. They tried to continue up the line, but that's a missed throw. Italy pick up immediately.
You can hear how loud the Belgian sideline cheers with every completed pass.
And here's a deep shot that is collected. Briolini continues into the end zone. Can they run it down? No, this one will be in between the two potential receivers. Belgium get it back. And Fres walks the disc to the front of the end zone. A little poach in the open side from the Italians. Craplissois, the spirit captain of this team, gets the disc. Fres has it again. Gets the upline off. They try to continue through the break side, but the heavy pressure on the match D gets the disc back to the Italians. Huge put into the end zone. The receiver is open. She runs it down. Another break for Italy.
Italy trying to establish themselves as early favourites here this week. 3-0 start to this game. They have come out of the blocks at full throttle.
Lots of hugs and celebrations on the Italian side for now. These were 2 breaks in a row for Italy. And the Belgian offense looking a little bit startled. Here's the quick pickup by Italy.
Yeah, they're trying to catch the Belgian defense at 6s and 7s a little bit. And this is an ambitious shot across the end zone from Martinini that Briolini chases down comfortably in the end for the score.
Both Belgian and Italian fans fully underway with their support and the YouTube chat. Keep it coming. I'm sure the players on the field appreciate it just as much as the sideline support that they're getting. Belgium, one more time. Faced with the tough Italian D. That one gets knocked down. The Italian defender helps her opponent get back up.
Yeah, it was heavy contact, but the Belgian receiver there deciding that no, we're never going to get it and choosing not to call the foul.
Arisi finds her teammate on the sideline. Here's Albani, who finds a gainer. Looks like they might have to go for the reset. No, an upline cut is still free. Big fakes. And that's another score by Italy on that upline cut. The Italians looking much more aggressive with their offense as they add another break to the scoreboard.
Yeah, continually just jamming it down that 4 sideline, and I thought they might get into a little bit of trouble there because there were a couple of passes there where they didn't really have a reset option available. So if those cuts into the end zone, which were, under tight coverage, weren't quite so free, they could have really got themselves into a problem.
The Belgian sideline, nonetheless, not giving up. Watching some highlights on our screen that is provided in front of the commentary booth.
Milan, don't be like Finney.
Milan is actually trying to help out, allowing us to see some of the action on the field straight away, not just having to rely on our little screen that is on the table.
There's a very popular figure on the sideline right now. It's a very large doggo. Very well behaved, I have to say as well.
Very calm given the ruckus that's happening around him. So no timeout so far. The Belgian coaching staff confident that the U17 women's team can reel it in eventually. They get ready for the next pull. This one will be a good one and not land out of bounds. Tres.
Now it's the Italian sideline's turn to really get loud.
Big fakes out of the Belgian handlers. So much pressure from the match D. But good, quick handler movement. Now they get a nice gainer. It seems like the Italian defense is almost switching on the mark.
I wonder if they're planning to force middle or it's just a miscommunication.
Or else it's like a second on one side and then they switch to the other. But it probably is force middle. And it bears its fruits as the disc sails over the head of the intended receiver. And here's Italy. They start off through the break side and they continue through it.
These sidelines are so jam-packed with players and spectators. There's a real buzz around the grounds.
Benzi gets the upline and they have a continuation into the end zone as well. And Italy goes up 5-0 over Belgium.
You can see the Belgian coaching staff really trying to get their team energized, because at the moment, Italy are trampling them a little bit, I think.
It is quite difficult. The U17 division, you never know what the teams are going to come up with. These are the youngest players that are just entering the sport. One more time, the upline throw from Benzi. And the nice continuation, enough flow on that disc to be collected in the end zone. Here's the happy sideline preventing you from seeing the catch in its full beauty. In any case, as I was saying, the U17 division, always a huge surprise. We always enter this division with lots of anticipation, because these are the new players. These are the people who are coming to a big international tournament for the first time. But on the other hand, the Benelux countries being quite well known for their children's programs. So usually at Windmill Windup and all these you always have games after the tournament is finished where you see 10-year-old, 11-year-olds competing in a full adult game, I would say.
And we've been waxing lyrical about the impact of the Italian youth programs for years as well.
That's correct. So Belgians now find themselves on offense once more. Galibot centers the disc. Here is De Slover. Now they get a huge gainer to Gies. They continue swinging. Here is the lefty Deruda. Rapslisois goes sideways. They finally make it past the first half. Continue through the break side, and this is looking well for the Belgians.
Yeah, they're getting a bit of time to really pick their passes. There's not too much pressure on the throws, and they seem to be sliding under it.
Oh, great catch under pressure right in front of the end zone. Gies is looking for a reset. Doesn't have much, but eventually does find De Slover. Will De Slover shoot for the end zone? No, she goes sideways. Galibot back to De Slover. This one is high. It's hanging, but no one to get there on time.
What I liked for so much of that possession was Belgium were just taking whatever pass was open. It didn't matter where it was. It builds confidence, gets everyone time with the disc in their hands, keeps the defense on their heels as well, but they couldn't capitalize, and neither can Italy here.
And that's a first mistake by Italy on their D-line offense. Missing that upline throw, which was slightly overthrown. Here's Belgium one more time, and very aggressive Italian defense denies that pass. And they quickly move the other way. Deep shot goes up all the way into the end zone. But the wind picks it up and pushes it almost out of bounds.
Yeah, it feels like the thrower there very much took advantage of the delicious breakfasts on offer, because that one had far too much beans behind it.
So a second chance for Belgium. Oh, third one actually in this point. In any case, they are now facing some heavy wind blowing straight in their faces. So difficult throws will be forced regardless of where the Italian defense stands.
Yeah, the wind really picking up now, blowing into our faces.
And blowing all of our tents away.
That came up out of nowhere. I think we're still alive, somehow.
We can definitely make use of the Belgian sideline right now, helping us to get our tents back. But it seems like the stream has survived so far. In any case, here is the Belgians looking for options. And that one goes to the ground, and Italy with a very short field to work with. And the pass into the end zone is overthrown once more, goes in the ground.
the TV maybe? We're just trying to make sure everything stays just about connected here from that sudden gust of wind as Belgium turn over and Italy get the disc back in their hands. I think that caught everyone by surprise. That time it goes to ground.
The wind is really coming in gusts that are quite unexpected. Here's a deep shot from Belgium, the first one we see, but it will be slapped down out of the air by Caterina Vianello. Italy, expansive forehand shots. They go through the break side, that one's collected.
Amati not too far outside the end zone now, will they force it in?
Big backhand, almost collected. I think there was a little miscommunication on who was gonna catch that first, but it gives the Belgians another chance. I think this is the longest point so far.
Yeah, I think they'd have been better off leaving that one to Mirtilla Amati, but obviously, yeah, the communication didn't come through.
Oh, here's a nice high release backhand for the Belgians. Deruda tries to find someone in the middle, but it will be Italy who get the disc instead. And here is finally the big shot into the end zone. Another break by Italy going downwind. And as the 10s get completely stuck in the net next to the field behind us, that tent that was housing the production tent, I think is probably an X-tent at this point. You're just seeing there on the sideline, just desperately trying to make sure that everyone's okay. This one just doinked off the chest. It happens, especially in these tricky conditions. Certainly the windiest it's been so far. This is the one where, yeah, it does feel like she's trying to make an awkward catch there, jumping, reaching with that left hand, when actually should have got the signal just to leave it for a teammate. And then off the interception, Albani just doesn't want to hang about. Immediately puts it for Ariana Ascari to make it 6-0 to the Italians. So quite a one-sided story at this stage, but like we said, you never know what you're gonna get with these U17 teams, and we have had some big success stories of somebody getting several blowouts the first time they came around in the U17 division, and then just coming in strong for the U20 division a few years later.
And also over the course of a week, just kind of building up in confidence, building that rhythm, and getting better as the week progresses, which is really what you want to see from both these sides.
An interception on the first pass gets the disc back to the Italians one more time, as they have a wide open receiver in the deep space. She runs it down expertly. That is Carolina Massi with the score for the Italians, and they continue their break strike.
What a throw as well. Saw the receiver streaking, but in these conditions it can be so easy just to be worried and not put enough air under it, or just overcompensate and have it blow away. But that time it was weighted and judged perfectly.
Let's see that one more time on the replay. They go towards the sideline. Santalena is the one putting up this excellent forehand hook for Italy.
Yeah, as well, when there's that throw is made easier when there's no force as well.
So at this point, we believe Italy is just 1 point away from taking the half of this first streamed U17 under under 17 women's game. Lovely weather, complicated only by the wind that has been complicating things for us in the commentary booth and the production booth as well. And here is Italy. They find themselves on offense once more, but this time the disc wobbles out of the hands And the Belgians respond with a deep shot of their own. They're moving quickly. Another expensive one. Almost ran down. That was some lovely piece of offense. 2 big throws to get them all the way to the end zone, but the second one just a little too far.
Yeah, it wasn't far away, to be honest.
Good effort by Bart trying to run that down. But there's Italy with a chance to take the half. They respond with a big backhand shot downwind. There's players underneath. Defender gets there too. Knocked out of the way, out of the air. One more chance for Belgium. They pick up, move through the break side. There seems to be a lot of open players. And here's a lefty ripper. It hangs perfectly, but Bart is not in the perfect position, and that one will be way too far as well. Not the worst strategy, trying to make the Belgians work.
Yeah, I think they got to the point where you had 1 or 2 deep shots connect, and then both sides you get suckered into continuing that flow, when really perhaps you should go back to just to being a bit more calm and conservative with it.
And here's Italy in what seems like a wall of players, sort of a zone look and a wobble on the disc. The Belgians lose it very close to their own end zone. Italy wastes no time. Go through the break side for the score, and that is Italy taking the half.
And what a half it's been. Just so slick and clinical.
So far a bit of a sad story for Belgium, but they have had some good looks. And it seems like we might have been wrong about the half.
I'm pretty sure it's half.
No, they were just too eager.
They just want to keep playing out there,
Players were just eager to play.
Which is the attitude you love, but yeah, get a bit more time just to try and diagnose what's how this game's played out so far.
So like we said, Belgium have had some good looks, managed to get in front of the end zone that they were aiming for, but just not connecting quite so on the last pass. Let's see if they can improve that for the second half. We will have about 7 minutes of a break. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay connected, and we will be back after a word from our sponsors.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund our work
work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Everyone needs to get its shit together. Everyone's going to come through here all week. They're going to be here. They're going to be here all week. So you gotta get just do short if you come on.
Welcome back for the second half of this under-17 women's match. We have Belgium, who have been getting a hard time from Team Italy, who took the half 8-0. It's been rough. There's been a lot of wind. Our tents got blown away. The sideline has been very crowded, very active and very loud, but we're surviving here in Wrocław. My name is Rachel Toshnerova and I'm joined by my lovely partner in crime, Benji Rees, who is getting active in the YouTube chat as well.
Yeah, I'm just about present and correct. So we tried to be blown away a little bit in the first half, both by the wind and also by that storming Italian performance.
Agreed. We will see if Belgium has used this halftime, to figure out what they could do to put at least a few points on the board. I think at this stage, Italy has made themselves such a big buffer that it would be really hard to recover from. But you never know. A hook or two might solve the situation. But the teams slowly get ready for the first pull of the second half.
Yeah, Belgium will be receiving here. The wind is blowing very strongly towards us. It's already taken a couple of tents casualty. Mercifully, ours stayed up. Not the rest of the production crew, though. Sucks to be them. But just something else for these young ones to deal with.
So the U17 women's division featuring 6 teams. Besides France and Italy, who are seeded as 1 and 2, we have Germany, Great Britain, Belgium, and Sweden.
Yeah, the way the format works is the top 3 teams go into one power pool, the bottom 3 teams go into a different power pool, and then the top 2 teams in the top power pool play off for the gold medal, with the bottom team in the top power pool playing the top team in the bottom power pool for a chance to take home the bronze.
And as Team Italy started on defense, when we started this game, they will come out on 0 for the second half. And I was wrong because they're raising their arm with the disc, and it was the player that was behind the sideline, people that I couldn't see. They put up a pull.
Asia Martinini with the pull.
And the Belgians once more. Working with the swings, lefty backhand certainly help. Galibot.
Yeah, given that the wind really is getting stronger and they've got time to implement it. Going zone, I think, not a bad idea from Italy.
And a missed throw puts Italy back on 0, trying to start the second half. Break side throw into the end zone, just out of reach. Belgium will be stuck in that coffin corner with basically almost every direction being upwind.
Yeah, it's not an ideal situation.
But that's what you do with a coffin corner. You huck your way out of it. But it is the Italian defender, Giulia Villa, who says no. And they go the other way, and there is a score for Italy. They start off the second half with a break, continuing their streak, going 9-0 over Belgium.
I do like the thinking there from Belgium. They think, you know, it's rather than give the Italians the disc on the end zone line, we'll see if we can get someone to make a big play downfield, and at the very least, we're going to make Italy have to go a little bit further, but Italy answered very strongly.
I'm also liking these Belgian supporters right in front of our commentary desk because they're about half the size of the regular players, so I can see over them quite comfortably.
I think about, well, I thought you were going to say about, they're about the size of us. Yeah, I was going to say seeing over the players on the sideline would be a lot easier if I was, you know, real person height. Here it is. It's Martinini with the pull. With the flick that was bomb deep to Briolini making the catch for the score. 9-0, the Italians lead now. A dominant performance out of them so far this game.
Appreciating the effort of the Belgian U17 women. They keep trying to fight their way through this game. They pick up and immediately go to Pais. She gets it again on the sideline, tries to slice through the cup, but out of reach of Delmel. And another chance for the Italians.
I will say that full credit to the Belgians. Given the scoreline, it would be easy to be downhearted, but they are so spirited on this sideline. It's great to see.
Romualdi gets the disc off the sideline, and here is Balista. Going through the middle, collected, and another ripper into the end zone for the score. Sofia Albani adds the next break for the Italians.
This is, if you're another team in the under-17 women's division, this is an ominous start from the Italians, I think. The second seeds coming into this week, and I'll tell you what, the way they're playing, you wouldn't put it against them to match that or even beat it.
Like we said, very difficult to predict what will happen in these U17 categories. Here is the nice high grab by Romualdi, and she puts up one of her signature forehands for the score.
If you are a Belgian fan watching at home, looking at the live scores, I've got some other news. There is another Belgium and Italy team playing. And it's not looking much better because in the under-20 Open Division, Italy are up 9-2. So, yeah, not the best round of games so far for the Belgians, but times, even if at least if you can't come back for the win, to get those points on the board and build confidence for your future games this week.
I just wish all of you at home could see what I just see, which is about 1,000 teenage kids right in front of our table. Half of them watching the screen where we're broadcasting our stream, and then the other half just having a little tactical huddle.
There's a whole sideline.
In any case, back to the action on the field. I'm just going to stand up on my chair to allow myself to see. Belgians trying to move quickly through the Italian zone. Oh, and an overthrow on the cut to the sideline. Very frustrating for the Belgians, but clearly very exciting for the Italians. They're looking for the reset. They do get it. That was Pironi. Pironi through the open side to Festa.
I thought Festa was going to pull the trigger there.
Briolini. Wobble on the catch, but great second efforts. Cicchetti. High disc, and that one's out of reach. Possible redemption. Galibot. Centers to Pais. Oh, and that's a high grab. Bart. Now these are some nicer, more creative shots around the Italian defense, but unable to connect on that last one.
Yeah, it's tricky when you're down, when you're trying to play it tight to the sideline, because you don't have a lot of space to work with, and if you get your line wrong, then it's not, you don't really get a chance of catching it in bounds.
Upline cut eventually gets free, and a timeout called by Naide Pironi. Thank you everyone for engaging in the chat, staying tuned for your favorite national teams. U17 action is available all week at the ULTI.TV YouTube channel. We even have some votes for you later on.
We do indeed. Couple of games available for you to vote tomorrow. There'll be our action from the under-17 and under-20 women's divisions. We've got on our Patreon page, patreon.com/ULTI.TV. If you become a patron,
which you can for as little as the price of a coffee per month.
Indeed, because of course, juniors event, so nothing stronger than that. We have 2 votes for tomorrow. The under-17 games you can pick from are Belgium versus Sweden, France versus Italy, or Germany versus Great Britain. And in the under-20 women's division, it's USA versus Austria or New Zealand versus Germany. And as we mentioned, if you want to get a chance to vote on that, all our upcoming games and help ULTI.TV spread the joy of Ultimate through free live streaming, then patreon.com/ULTI.TV is where you can find us, or ULTI.TV for more information about what we do.
You might have seen during the halftime break some of the earlier juniors, not juniors anymore, but still under 25, I would say, promoting ULTI.TV from the last year's Disc In Cam that was happening in France. It's happening this year again.
Yeah, this is the third. This is also the third edition of EYUC in a row that we've been here to broadcast. We were actually in Wrocław for the 2019 edition, and 2 years before that out in Veenendaal in the Netherlands as well. And it's a tournament that we absolutely love coming to and displaying the next generation of Ultimate Superstars.
Plenty of more action coming up your way, streamed at ULTI.TV, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. We have the Adult European Club Series coming out in the late summer and early fall, as well as the follow-up beach tournaments and plenty more. In any case, it seems like the timeout is now over. And Italy with a chance to extend their lead by the incredible 11. Oh, and a defense on the reset. Second chance not there, and Belgium rip it deep. First chance to score. The defense gets there on time. That was so close for Belgium, almost getting their first score of the game. I loved the no hesitation, big backhand hook.
Yeah, there's no point thinking about what if. But the idea that it's better to regret the things you did than the things you didn't.
And I'm loving the Belgian zone look, which is just trying something different, trying to pressure what Match D couldn't do.
Yeah, we saw them use it earlier in the game, and on that occasion the Italians picked their way through it. But going back to it now with the wind maybe a little bit fiercer.
Martinini gets the disc off the sideline. Now it's Festa on the other one. They go through the first cup of the Belgians. And now they have loads of space, but almost an overthrow. They continue with a forehand pass. Just shy of the end zone is Martinini. And she reels it in with a short forehand. Down on her knees is her teammate for the score. Italy go up 11-0.
Yeah, it looked to me to be Valentina Santalena with the goal. But what I like there is when they got through that front line of the defence, they didn't hold on to the disc. There were two players there free, so they looked to give go, try and get it as quickly down the field as quickly as they could. Just 1-2, make the passes as easy as possible. In the end, it became a little bit dicey because of that overthrow. Just rushed it a little bit and showed too much of the underside of the disc to the wind. But they adjusted well, and again, continuing to work it through those free players. And you see there in the end zone for the goal.
Amos, the ruler in the chat, asks about the rules for this tournament. How many points to win? Well, Amos, it is 15. We are in the under-17 division, which means that we're playing for how long?
Time cap goes at 80 minutes. It's 100 minutes in the under-20 games, although if a team reaches 15 before that 80-minute mark, the game ends then.
Do not hesitate to ask us any questions in the chat. We're more than happy to answer anything you might be interested in, as well as pass potential greetings to the players on the field. Let them know your love. Here is Belgium picking up. We have Kraplissois working with Deruda in the handling space. That was Deslova. Oh, now a big put, again defended by a good heads-up D of the Italians.
Yeah, the defence for the Italians has been swarming. Any overthrow or anything that floats, they've got defenders right there.
Arisi finds Amati for the upline. They shoot for the end zone. Another score, Sofia Albani. I believe that's at least her third goal in this game. And Italy nearing that magical limit of 15 points.
Yeah, 3 points away from victory now. And I have to say that the Italians have, they took a big lead and it could be easy to take your metaphorical foot off the gas, but they've stayed really locked in and focused. They've been ruthless on the field here today.
And here is a question from you from Web, Benji, or at least I'm assuming that this is coming to you. Do you think U17 GB will win for mixed?
I'm going to say no, because GB do not have an under-17 mixed team.
Didn't let him catch you off guard. I really like that, Benji. Very good job.
Yeah, there are five countries representing in the under-17 mixed division: Hungary, Poland, Austria, Belgium, and Italy. Italy haven't played yet, but the other four teams have. Hungary won 13-7 against Belgium, while Poland beat Austria 12-7.
So only 48 minutes into this game, Italy is up over Belgium 12-0, but the red wine shirts keep fighting, but they lose the disc once more. The Italian offense going through the open side. They've got the speed, they've got the disc skills. Ascari.
I thought again, there've been times when they've pulled the trigger into tight throws, and other times I feel like they've had receivers open, but they're just choosing to be a little bit more circumspect in their choice of option.
Festa couldn't find the reset for a while, but eventually did in the hands of Benzi.
I love that they're not getting end zone focused. They are happy to take the resets.
Villa towards the sideline and a continuation into the end zone. They squeeze it in right on the out of bounds line, and they're dangerously close now, Benji.
Yeah, 2 points away from victory, and again, they've been ruthless here. And on the one hand, you admire it, you really do, because it's what you should do. You know, always go 100%. Show your opponents the utmost respect by taking the game as seriously as possible. But you do feel a little bit for Belgium, who, yeah, obviously the Italians have played well, but they've also, Belgium had some rough luck on occasions.
Here is the replay.
Again, they're just working it around the end zone enough. So rather than trying to squeeze it into tight pressure, they're getting the disc in motion a little bit and flowing there naturally.
Santalena with the score. Italy 2 points away, or shall I say 2 breaks away from taking their first victory at this tournament. And another pole goes up. It's floating and lands about 5 meters behind the brick mark. Belgium get it off to Jacobs.
And then that time just trying to throw it into the teeth of the defense, getting it in there short, but Italy were waiting.
Big floaty backhand into the end zone. Great read and great patience waiting for the disc. Balista with another break for Italy and a first potential game point on our hands.
Yeah, that bolt to Balista was dead eye in its accuracy, and Italy just 1 point away from victory now. And you have to say that they fully deserved it. They've been so good in this game.
Seems like the players are gathering up together, thinking that this might have been the last point of the game.
That's definitely 14, because Italy pulled from that end at half-time.
We have Team Italy celebrating as if the game was over.
It's definitely 14.
Not sure what the confusion is. We do have excellent volunteers here at this tournament, keeping score, keeping time limits.
Yeah, they were on top of everything, and like always, these tournaments don't run without the help of volunteers who put their time and effort into to keep everything flowing smoothly, and it's exactly the same here in Wrocław.
And it seems like the players have just wasted quite a bit of time trying to set up for the next pull. They have to do so quickly because we've already heard the 3 whistles.
I think you can maybe give them a little bit of a let off, given that they only got down the other end about maybe 5 seconds ago.
Would love to see Belgium score here. I think they do deserve the point for the efforts they've been putting in.
Yeah, it's never nice to see a team finish a game without the score. Although you do have to credit the Italians for not letting them.
That's correct. They have kept up the energy throughout, be it the first half or the second. Absolutely no hesitation on that tight match D. One last chance for Belgium. Italy with a zone. And they do get the D straight off the first pass. Short field to work with.
Picking it up quickly. They want to end this game as soon as possible.
Upline pass, just shy of the end zone, and this will be defended. That was lovely effort by the Belgians.
Yeah,
really not giving up on the D.
Yeah, there were 4 Italian players nearby, but the Belgian defense did enough to get it to land right in the middle of all of them.
Fres puts it up. She saw the opportunity, but that throw wasn't precise enough. Lands in the hands of Martinini.
Yeah, with the stall count rising, it's just get rid of it. Good thinking, even if it doesn't come off.
Martinini puts up a big backhand. 4 players underneath. Disc wobbled, ends up on the ground. Belgium picks up immediately. They will be looking for the deep shot. They put it up. It's hanging. Martinini is underneath. She'll make sure no one can get there.
Yeah, they're just always fading towards that far sideline, and Martinini had position, although this overthrow is still going to land in Italian hands. Good backup.
Definitely seeing another defense. Another turnover, another chance We see Louise De Vos for Belgium there. I doubt that she's anywhere near the age of 17, and now she's streaking deep. They're gonna put it up for her, but it's a laser that ends up in the ground. Great effort though, De Vos. I'm telling you, she's gonna be back here in 2 years, and she's gonna be a star for this Belgian team.
Yeah, they're not afraid to, just because it's under 17s, doesn't mean that you have to be right up to that age bracket. You can be a little bit lower in age and still get the opportunity to strut your stuff.
Good coverage on the Italian defense.
Yeah, this Belgian defense is still working hard late in this game.
High grab, Martinini. Looks to the break side, but has an upline cut instead. Pironi.
It's a little bit behind her. She made a really nice adjustment to reel it in.
Martinini just out of the end zone. And she will find her teammate for the last score of this game. Italy take the win over Belgium, 15 points in a row. Excellent effort out of both teams, as well as the fans on the sideline. They've been great for Team Belgium. Plenty more games to come in this division. They will have a chance to do better, learn, practice, improve, just grow as players and people at this tournament. Thank you so much for watching this game. It's been a pleasure to be here with you, Benji. My name is Rachel Toshnerova, and we would like to thank you for tuning in our YouTube channel at ULTI.TV. Do we have any action coming up next, Benji?
We do indeed. Stay tuned to the ULTI.TV YouTube channel. Belgium versus Austria in the under-17 mixed division is up next before our final game of the day, the result of the Patreon vote in the under-17 open division. Germany versus France, and we will be right here with you for all of them. Our next game gets underway in a little over an hour's time, so you've got enough of an opportunity to go for a bit of a walk, stretch your legs, get yourself nice and ready and prepared for our next game that kicks off at 3 o'clock local time.
Thank you one more time for engaging. Please keep the discussions clean and positive. We want to encourage these kids to keep playing, and like I said, we're all here to have a fun time in Wrocław. We will see you in a little bit with some more streaming action. See you on the other side.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12. I cannot believe what I'm seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down? That is a score for Hartlicker Elferkel. Fantastic run by Julia Lutz.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
Let's subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo! If you want to grow Ultimate Sports, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens un membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Top ULTI.TV. Velmi, eroginkime, Ultimate Vendromena.
Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Thumbs up for ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee, just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member
of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribue au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
We want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
with thousands of hours of experience.
And our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
We work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
He's in a great spot. He's in a perfect spot. Yes, his massive head has blocked everything. That was a huge play, but we have seen none of it. Finny, he's done it.
ULTI.TV.